In 1916, President Woodrow Wilson granted the BSA a Title 36 charter, protecting the organization's logo and name, and endorsing the BSA as a patriotic and federally recognized organization. When granted this charter, the BSA became required to present an annual report to the Speaker of the House to communicate the achievements and goals of the organization. Thus, every year, the BSA sends a contingent of scouts to the White House to give a report to the nation on the state of scouting. In this way, a piece of scouting's history finds its way into the White House. But did you know that here at the National Scouting Museum, we have a piece of the White House's history? Find out how on this week's edition of Artifact of the Week. In 1948, with the United States freshly out of both the Great Depression and World War II, the White House was in desperate need of repairs. After nearly 2 decades of national crises, money spent on upkeep of the Executive Mansion was reallocated to other expenses. The lack of maintenance led to collapsing walls, sinking floors, and myriad other issues with the structural integrity of the building. An engineer at the time commented that the White House was still standing, only out of habit. In the summer of 1948, one of the legs of President Truman's daughter Margaret's piano fell through the floor. Thus, the Truman renovation was begun, and from November of 1948 to March of 1952, President and Mrs. Truman lived in Blair House while the interior of the White House was gutted and a multi-million-dollar repair job began. To help subsidize the cost of the necessary repairs, President Truman approved the White House Souvenir Program, which would salvage items from the construction site, donating or selling the historic pieces. The larger items, such as mantles, were donated to historical museums and libraries, whereas reusable hardware was given to refurbishment projects across the country. Almost 100,000 bricks from the 1950 White House reconstruction were given to preserve Mount Vernon, George Washington's home, though he was the only president to never live in the White House. Items that could not be repurposed were sold in souvenir kits to citizens across the United States. For $2, about $22 in today's currency, patrons could purchase rocks for bookends or paperweights, or bits of scrap wood. For merely $1, people could purchase a brick with a historical plaque proving its origin. One of those bricks now resides in the collection vault at the National Scouting Museum. Demand for salvaged items like nails, bricks, and wood exceeded expectations, and the program ended up generating $10,000 more than the expenses it was designed to cover. Though the BSA presented its report to the nation virtually in 2021, the long-standing tradition of communicating scouting history to the White House continues. And here on Artifact of the Week, we are proud to communicate scouting history to you from the National Scouting Museum, Philmont Scout Ranch.